that.
Hey, Francis, Julia Gallerati, how are you? Listen, I was thinking we'd take the old wags out to
to a
Bagatelle
club.
on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Eat some dog shit scrambled egg excuse for food. And then it's like, all right, who's ready for champagne? What? That doesn't typically follow my egg scramble. Champagne and then 14 vodka cranberries.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Welcome back to Oops the Podcast.
All right, lots to unpack here.
I got something for you.
Please.
Julio, I don't know where you came up with that idea.
Dude, this guy was a huge turkey.
What is this, Japan?
Which is
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I hadn't told you about it.
No, and I also just assumed you were saving it for the pod if you were going to tell me,
Yeah.
which of course you were.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
Guys, welcome back to Oops the Podcast. Julio Gallerati, Francis Ellis, Ryan and Chris in this bitch hanging out. How
In
you
the
doing?
bitch.
In
We're
this
in
bitch.
it.
Dude, I have a surprise for you
What?
that I wanted to, this came about before you got here today.
What the heck?
And I think this would be fun for us. So
Come
I'm about to
on.
pull it out.
Oh, I like a surprise. You guys know me. Ooh, what could it be? What could I?
All right, bro. This is a game called Let's Get Deep, and it's questions for couples. And I think
Wow.
we should do some of them.
I actually thought it said let's get sleep and that it was a way to help me sleep better.
This was in here already. So apologies to any other shows if, like, somehow this is
They're
infringing upon
big
what you do.
thing. Yeah.
But, dude, here you
This
go.
is questions for couples?
Here you go. There's a couple for you, a couple
Okay.
for me. And let's do some, bro. Some of these are pretty good.
They all say deeper on one side. So is there like a deeper, and deepest?
I don't know about that. Oh, whoa, that's actually kind of crazy. Deep. How did you know that, dude?
Well, Mike, that would have been. I got the middle one, so I would have guessed.
There's deep and deeper.
Is there not a
and
deepest?
What is this? These are icebreakers. Oh, no, we don't
Yeah, we
need
don't want
icebreakers.
that.
Let's get deep.
Let's get
Deep.
keep deeper.
Well, there was okay. Well,
Oh,
these are,
this is fun.
okay, this is good. Okay, we can
Okay.
pick ones that we think are applicable.
Mhm.
If you're excited about yours,
No, you go ahead. You were
Okay.
even more excited.
what? What's your favorite trait about yourself and why?
Why do you see my question for you? What's my favorite trait about me?
Yes.
That doesn't feel like a partner building question. Feels like a narcissistic question. My favorite trait about myself? I don't know. This is like probably I can't say that summarily this is the right answer for my life. But right now, something that I enjoy about myself, and I think people would agree with, is that I do fundamentally get excited for the successes of other people.
It's good.
That I really champion other people, especially people I like, and I get excited for them without jealousy.
That's good.
And
bro.
maybe there's jealousy, but it's not the prevailing feeling when other people get successes.
That's solid. It's a good answer.
Is something
I like
I
that.
like.
I would agree that that's a very good quality. of
Like
yours.
I can tell you, and I think you would agree that there are times where you have had things you've gotten where I've been happier for you than you have been happy for yourself.
That is true. That is true.
And that kind of pisses me off.
Okay, wait a second.
Because then
This
it makes
is about me, I thought.
All right, fine. Ready for my question?
Sure.
Am I supposed to ask am I supposed to ask you that question about yourself too?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
If you had to take my clothes off without using your hands, how would you do it?
Oh man. Without using my hand, do you want me? I guess I'm just gonna like literally answer the question. I'm not sure. I would just instruct you to take them off yourself. For me.
Come on. That's a
That's
workaround.
Am I supposed to just use my legs?
Let's say that
drug you?
you found my body on the side of the road and you're worried there are bullet holes or you're trying to figure out what's wrong with me. You don't know how to treat me. What happened to Fran? What does he need?
Right.
I have to see what's under his clothes. He's wearing a big time metal outfit.
I'd be like, "Hey kid, get over here."
Yeah. Oh, who, me? Some little
Yeah,
kid
you come here.
walking his bike on the side.
You want to make $20? Take this guy's clothes off.
Yeah, but you can't use your hands, Julio. So really, I mean, let's be honest. It's either teeth or feet.
Hey, but dude, I can't just use another person. Is that not fair?
I don't know if you're playing the game. And by the way, if you asked a kid to do it, you'd get in trouble. I wouldn't get in trouble. I'm not conscious. I'm not even gonna remember.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. What's something? So this might be the same answer actually, but I'd be curious if you have a different answer. What's something that you do regularly to nurture positive feelings within our relationship?
Yeah. Oh, that's more specific to us, I would say.
Mhm.
That I do to nurture positive feelings of. I think it's similar to what we said in the last episode with KFC, where it's like, we send each other messages of, "Wow, the pod really ripped this week," or "Look at this," or, for example, when you sold out in Washington D.C., I kept trying to say, "Holy shit, that's an insane achievement."
Mhm.
Because I know you had some frustrations about that, but
Okay, about what?
just the deal wasn't great or stuff like
right.
that. But I was like, it doesn't matter. You can't deny the fact that you sold so many tickets.
The fact that they forced me to put people on the show in the middle of the show.
All of these
Yeah.
things. I was trying to, and that's a challenge, by the way. It's a challenge to keep pointing you towards the light of your own success.
Mhm.
As opposed to I
Harping on the negative things.
I didn't want you to walk out of Washington D.C. after 6 sold out shows, focused on these the marginalization and lesser than treatment from the club, or the fact that another comedian was foisted upon you. I wanted you to ride that train home or fly. How'd you get home?
Drove.
Yeah, I wanted you to drive home listening to some little what's its name?
Little
Lil
somebody.
Yachty?
Somebody, not Yachty. I wouldn't want you to listen to that kind of music, but listen to something, that you loved and
Mhm.
feeling like, holy shit,
Yeah.
6 sold out shows?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
You're right. And I appreciated that.
And
That
you
was
do the
helpful.
same thing for me. So,
Totally.
all right, here's the one I want to ask you. Okay. A lot of these are sexual. Okay. Well, I mean, a lot of these are career oriented too. But here's a fun one. What outfit do you feel sexiest in?
Oh God. Oh my God, I'm shy. Oh man, what outfit do I feel sexiest in? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Something where when I see the picture of myself and if I look good in it, I'm like, wow, I look good in that. Is that a cop out? Do I have to say something
You
specific?
gotta be more
I
specific
think you
than
have
that.
such a range. Let me give you 4 outfits.
Okay.
So there's, what you're wearing right now. I would call it the Julio, a hoodie, hat, and joggers or something like that. Something cool. Then there's any of the awesome outfits you wore in Afghanistan, whatever those things are called.
Those are pretty good.
Those are sick.
Those are sick.
Okay, and those are in the running.
Okay.
I would also add the suit that you wore to Ricky's wedding, which I
You like that one?
specifically thought was really sick.
Interesting. Thank
I
you.
thought you and Hillary in that picture of you guys at that wedding were like a dynamite
Wow.
couple.
The like pink one. The pink. It was like a.
What
pink-
the one you wore to officiate?
Yeah.
his wedding.
Yeah. Cool.
And then you had I think the suit you wore to my wedding, the rehearsal dinner specifically, because it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
white T-shirt,
Red. It was like a
red,
yeah.
I thought you guys were glowing that
Thanks,
night
man.
too.
I think sometimes like I look forward to when I hit an age where like I default to dressing like that more often than not.
Dressing up a little.
That'll come someday where I'm like the guy who's wearing sort of like business casual as a baseline. I feel like someday I'm going to make that switch.
I don't mind that. I think that's also a better graduation than graduating to a guy who's wearing jeans with a tucked in button down.
Right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
like
Not
that.
feeling that these
I don't
days.
like Preppy being a next phase of my life. I don't want to get preppier.
Yeah.
I
same.
put that behind me.
Mhm.
Preppy's in the rear view.
Dude, I had a time where my first girlfriend, her mom would like take me shopping, and like I was wearing like the preppiest clothes for
Same.
like a short period of time. I didn't even know that that's what it was. I didn't know that there was like where I came from, there was no like specific style. It was like everybody shopped at like Bob's, whatever. It was called Bob's.
The
It was a-
discount furniture.
Not
store?
Bob's Discount Furniture. There was a
Oh.
Bob's for clothes.
Okay.
We all went there or whatever store was nearby, and nobody looked a type, you know. So I
Right.
didn't realize I had been prepified until I now look back on the photos and see myself wearing pastels and fucking,
Yes.
you know. It's an
Yes.
interesting thing.
Right. Okay. I think it's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Do you feel like we spend too much time together, too much time apart, or have a good balance?
It's a good question. It did occur to me that we haven't hung out socially in a little while,
Or have we not?
especially with our wags.
With our wags.
Uh,
I think they have plans this upcoming weekend, by the way.
have they?
I believe so,
Oh, good.
which is good.
But yeah,
Um,
we haven't done like a fun dinner nonsense. By the way, I got a story for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I tell you
I'm
this
good with
story?
these.
Yeah. Okay.
We can retire the game. That was fun.
Because we used to do these. Yeah, that was fun.
That's nice. All right,
We
yeah,
used to
man.
do these social nights all the time, and it was always fun to sort of see where that would lead. And
Totally.
I miss drinking with you because I haven't drunk with you in a while.
Yeah, outside of like a comedy club.
Exactly.
Or like even like a tangential, like a bar stool, like some sort of like comedy or work related thing.
I don't want work to have anything to do with it. We can
Uh-huh.
talk about work, but I don't want it to have anything to do with work. I want a night that who knows where it's going to end. Maybe we end up going back to your apartment,
Mhm.
doing God knows what. Maybe I stay out past my comfort zone, make it to midnight. I don't know.
Put some pizza in you.
Yeah, getting real dangerous.
Ooh, baby.
Speaking of, my heart has been hurting lately,
Really?
and that is a troubling development.
But is that okay? Is it possible that it's like a muscular
I don't
thing?
know, man.
I've
but
had that happen.
I haven't said anything, because Sierra's dad died of a heart attack, and I don't want to worry her, and I don't think she really listens to the pod. But typically, when you have a health thing, the first person you tell it about is your significant other, and I haven't told her about this one, and I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to go get it looked at.
Well, did you have a physical anytime recently?
No, haven't had a physical. I had one right before we went to Africa because I went and got the shots.
Gotcha.
Um,
So they did do EKG and stuff?
no, they did not.
Okay, so you
You know what I did have is I went and saw a cardiologist about this whole statin thing that I needed,
all right.
which I got and I'm on. But at that time, I didn't have this heart pain, and now that's developed.
Gotcha.
So I have
And
a line to them, and I think I should probably go back and see them.
is it because of this thing?
That's what I don't know.
Right. And
Something's
you're sure
wrong.
it's like, what is it, like a tightness?
Sometimes, I guess the best way that I could describe it is that there are times where out of nowhere I'll take a deep breath, and it
Oh,
almost
yeah.
feels like the fibers of my heart are pulling apart.
Is it like a
It's a
it
sharp
like a
pain,
palpitation?
and I can no, it doesn't skip a beat. It doesn't feel like a beating thing. It feels like something's ripping
weird?
in my heart.
And it's been only for a little bit of
Yeah, but
time?
it's
Couple
not going
weeks?
away.
How so I've had like muscular things like that before. If that makes you feel better, I'm sure that you have too, and this is different.
I've had stitches, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a stitch or I've got a cramp or
So
these
this
things.
is like your heart.
This has been so specifically feeling like it is my heart.
How long?
Yeah, probably 2 weeks now.
Oh, yeah.
Week and a half, 2 weeks.
Might as well make an appointment, man. Go in there, you know.
Let me ask you this.
Hmm.
Can I have a heart attack right now? I'm 33. I'm
Uh,
in very decent health, I think.
well, I don't think so,
I don't
unless
think we can tell you.
no.
Can
but
I
like,
have a heart attack?
I have no idea, but like correct me everybody if anybody knows more than me about this, which listeners certainly will, and I'm sure they'll chime in. But like, unless it's like in your like hereditary, I think it's unusual to have young heart attacks.
There
like
is a history in my family of heart attacks and heart disease, but my uncle had one, I think, when he was like 54, which even then we considered that young.
Yeah. I think you're probably fine, dude.
Yeah, me too.
You're fine.
But this is us being guys.
But go to the doctor.
Should I?
Yeah. It's not like, I don't know. I'm usually good about this. I'm not good about it with the dentist, but I'm good about it with the doctor, where it's just like, I might as well just go deal with it. Like, it's scarier to not go to the doctor.
Yeah, the heart is a scary one, bro.
Yeah.
What would you say the scariest things are if all of a sudden you felt like some part of your body was hurting or malfunctioning? What's the scariest?
I think like the deterioration of your senses, of any of them, is potentially scary.
Holy smokes, I hadn't even thought of that. You're talking about like all of a sudden you put your hand through a candle and you're like, nothing.
Well, yeah. I feel like that's the most unlikely one, but like if your vision were to if you just like couldn't see suddenly,
vision is,
or if you couldn't hear, or you couldn't, you know what I mean? Like I know tasting and smelling is like a virus thing, clearly, that we all, I don't know, something like that. Or dude, any like abnormal premature condition that like changes the course of the way that you're going to live your life.
right.
That's scary to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's too broad or whatever, or not what you were looking for.
I think that was exactly right. I think, my God, I hadn't even thought about that. All of a sudden you start losing your vision. That's really scary.
Yeah.
I guess I had just assumed brain and heart. I think brain and heart to me are the most, if all of a sudden either of those decides to just, a stroke, that's brain, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Stroke, you're gone. Lights are out. Heart stops. Boy.
Well, you're not dead though, but like
A lot of
like,
people.
I know a lot of people do die, but like there's like a decent likelihood of like being normal again after, is there not? That's a Ryan question.
Depends on the size of it, as
Yeah.
well as how quickly you get, I think, CPR, which
Interesting.
leads to the next question. How's your CPR game?
Average to non-existent.
Would you feel like you could?
I would try, but like I don't know, but dude, I need to be recertified.
Let's talk. Did you have it at one point?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, you
Well,
have to
then
get,
you're better off than most.
in my high school. I think that we all got it in like health class or something, if I recall.
Wow, that's a pretty good thing for a school to do.
I believe that we did. Yeah.
Do you guys have CPR?
I got certified in order to be an official babysitter when I was like 13 or 14.
That is phenomenal,
Yeah.
dude.
I missed my basketball game because I had to go to CPR training. I was the only boy there. I was very upset.
That's great, bro. I took me a Pilates class in the morning.
The only thing I know is that you have to do Staying Alive, and that's how you keep people alive to the beat.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the beat.
From the
Mm-hmm.
Office episode. Yeah.
I don't remember any of it,
All right.
but
so
I feel like
let's-
I could figure it out.
Let's rank the room in the order that you of all of us, the order in which you would want. Who's the person you'd most want to administer CPR to if you lost
It
consciousness?
sounded like Ryan.
Yeah, I'm
to be
thinking
honest.
Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, but you got to take into account too the lip thing that he's gonna be smooching you, basically.
I mean, I'm not. It's gonna be weirder for any of you doing it to me because I'm not gonna be conscious, so I don't really care.
True, but what if you wake up? See, like if I wake up and Chris's scratchy beard is all over my face, I'm thinking, wow, what's happening?
What if that
here?
gives you an extra shock? And you're like, oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
alive.
You might
That
need
might
it.
be what we need.
Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah. What are there? Tarantulas crawling over me? What? How did I pass out here? Yeah, I think to me it's Ryan probably won just because I think he's got a very clean mouth, very clean mouth, and probably but it sounds to me like you've got a pretty good sense of it.
I'm not sure, man.
You both
I'm
had
not
been
confident.
certified at some point.
Yeah, I'm not confident still. To me, it's Ryan, Chris, me, you.
I'm last. I'm worst.
Potentially.
I think
Well, you
I'm
say you have
last.
no experience. He knew the staying alive thing.
That's all. I know that from the
That
Office
might be
episode.
You know
wrong.
that too?
I know that, but that
Would you have
doesn't
had
even, that's
that?
also silly. I always watch that episode. I'm like, well, everyone can sing that song at a different pace. How fast do you have Staying Alive in your head? What if you're freaking out because your friend's dead and you're like, staying alive, ha, 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 ha. You
And you're
know?
literally keeping. And I mean, the Damar Hamlin thing made me realize that like I may not have been able to keep him alive
Yeah,
when that happened to him.
yeah.
You know, and I think is that why is CPR more on your mind because of that? unconsciously, or
No, I don't know why. Where did we get
I have no idea.
that?
I forget where that
I
came
think
from.
maybe that came to my head because of the fact that when I.
Talking about heart stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
right.
I'd go Julio, Chris, then you.
Damn, I'm the loser.
I don't.
CPR
Why do you
loser.
think
You
I
got
can
you got to
do
get that in your back pocket because that's a great way to be a hero.
Yeah.
it?
I feel like
Imagine that
Francis-
opportunity
yeah.
comes and then you don't get to be the
True.
guy.
That's so true, Francis. You need that.
Damn it.
Yeah.
This is a really good point.
I mean, I feel like Francis, though, like he's the type of guy who I was thinking about you when I was watching Triangle of Sadness. Have you watched it yet?
I haven't.
So, like, basically, it's a thing where these people end up being in a situation where they're surviving, to not give too much away, and like a lot of the like fancy people on the boat are just not that capable in the wild. I feel like you would be one of the like fancy people who would be capable in the wild, and like very quickly you'd snap into a mode where you were actually a leader of the survival effort.
Oh yeah.
I feel that
yeah.
way about you, where
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, we should be.
we need to do this.
I'll go do this. You do that. So I don't know.
And you know what?
I think you are capable.
You need someone who's willing to be heartless too, because there may be somebody in that group who's just not playing along, not a team player. All they're doing is making everyone more worried, more nervous. I'm
Right.
throwing that guy overboard.
So, dude, Hill Dog and I are in the process of finally moving. It's about to happen.
Oh,
Tensions have been high.
end of an era.
End of an era.
Yeah, it's a big strain on a relationship.
We're not meeting in the middle.
No.
I'm sort of like failing to understand what's so stressful about it.
Mm.
She would argue that I'm not being sort of empathetic or compassionate enough. She would also argue that she's doing more. Both. That is true.
All true.
We're trying to make it happen. But fortunately, I'll tell you what, one thing that helps cut through some of the tension, just having that nice cup of coffee every
Yeah,
morning, man.
you can people say break bread. I say break beans.
Break beans.
Break oops beans. Break open a tin of the oops beans from Brooklyn Roasting Company, and you'll just watch all those issues that seem so insurmountable to your relationship from the night before. They'll dissipate as
Yeah.
that smell of that rich aroma wafts into your nostrils.
Break beans.
Break beans.
It's comforting, and it makes everywhere feel like home, whether it's a new home, an old home, transitioning out of an old home to a new home. The smell of the beans will be consistent.
Yeah, the beans, especially from the Brooklyn Roasting Company,
The finest.
the oops blend. That's gonna break any tension.
Gone.
You'll watch it waft away on the wind, and you'll say to yourself, "I don't even remember
Yeah.
what we were fighting about."
Yeah. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Seriously.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Guys, go to brooklynroasting.com. We have our own signature coffee over there. That's the Oops Beans blend. Use promo code Oops Beans. That's 5% off your order. brooklynroasting.com, promo code Oops Beans.
So real quick, I had this thought too. By the way, DC shows were pretty much all amazing. The comment that we made earlier was only in reference to the late show on Sunday, which
Mhm.
they added extra. So I don't want anybody who went to the show and was like, "Oh, it was an awesome show," to think there was some sort of drama. There definitely wasn't. I mean, the shows were amazing almost the entire weekend. So okay, moving on. Where were we?
All right, so here's something really fun for you. You're going to like this.
Okay.
So Sierra and I went out to dinner because we realized that we need to do that more. We need more dates. We need more sexiness, more reasons to, dress up and gossy up and smell nice and
Get in there.
enjoy something that, including each other, but over food or whatever, some kind of thing. Because we haven't been going on many dates because we moved and all of our time has been spent rearranging the apartment, setting all that shit up.
The tension of moving. I still just don't fully understand it, but it is a thing apparently.
Yeah. We'll get into that too.
Yeah.
But we went on a date. We went to dinner, and we're big fans of sitting at the counter.
What kind of spot are we talking?
A nice restaurant.
So like, there's seating available now at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
We like that.
Yeah,
I
do
like
too.
it
I do too.
because I can hear what she's saying more easily.
Interesting.
She's in my ear. Across the table, I got all the noise from the restaurant just coming in at me. I can't decipher what she's saying. I got to do a lot of lip reading.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's a real who's who in
Yeah.
here.
Plus, when you sit up the counter, you get to watch them cook and prepare and plate the
That
food.
was fun.
That's fun.
Seeing that clean, organized kitchen.
That's fun. You get to talk to the chefs.
Hey,
Hey,
careful.
what are you doing there? We ask him for cooking tips. I ask him. And then, by the way, the executive chef came out. Classic move. Came out. And you could just tell right away this guy was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
We started talking to him, and I don't know why, but he liked us. I'm not going to venture to guess why.
Okay.
Maybe it was because we were young and had a good sense of humor and, enjoying the food and asking him questions and stuff. But he started really seeming to take an interest in us, and he walked us into the kitchen because I'd asked him questions about cooking and stuff, and he was like, you got to get one of these things. We're just in the kitchen.
That's crazy.
And the other chefs are like, yeah, you can get that on this place or something.
What restaurant is this?
1 White Street.
Mm.
You ever been there?
Mm-mm.
Tribeca?
It's good.
It's fucking good. It's kind of, they have like a tasting menu and then they have an a la carte.
Mhm.
I think I would go a la carte.
Okay.
If I were to go again.
Cool.
But it was great. We did the wine pairing. We went all out. It
So-
was
solid.
nice. Really good. Chef was the man. All good shit. This whole experience was, we also had a 5:45 p.m. reservation, which is my favorite time to eat.
Yeah,
I like an early dinner reservation.
I do too.
And to the degree that when we left and paid our bill and whatnot, it was only 8 o'clock.
That's great.
And we had mentioned during the dinner, what, do we want to do more?
Mm.
Do we want to add more to this night? Will the dogs be okay? They'll be fine. They'll be fine. We
Mm.
got out of there, and by that time, our resolve had weakened a little. We were like, maybe the dogs are
Yeah.
missing us. Maybe we're tired. But we said, you know what? No, we got to try. And she had heard of this new bar, a new hip spot.
Okay.
And we didn't know if we could get in. We didn't know what type of place.
What night of the week is this?
It was a Friday night.
Okay.
So the place is called Jack's on Bond, but it's spelled JAC apostrophe S.
Got it.
Jack with no K.
Okay.
And it's a place that was started by Nicholas Braun, who is cousin Greg from Succession.
Your old pal.
My old pal.
Your
right?
old pal.
Old pal.
And it's trendy. It's hip. We get up, we take a cab, a New York cab from Tribeca up there. It's
Taxi.
raining. Yeah. So we're feeling really New York. We're feeling young, hip, sexy. We've become friends with the chef of this restaurant. All this shit. We get in a cab. Cabby! Cabby! Yeah. We get in there. We go up. We get out of the cab. We walk up. There's a doorman. There's a bouncer. There's another doorman. And they're cool. They're not basic.
Mm.
I don't know how else to put it. They're wearing funky shit. They know what's up. They're discerning. Now, my wife and I, we're dressed well. We're a co-ed couple. Not me and 3 of my bros trying to come in. But I immediately find myself feeling that familiar feeling of dread,
Mm.
of looming rejection
Yeah.
that I hadn't felt in many years. I haven't tried to get into some place like this in I don't even know how long. Years and years and years. And so I start building my story. What's our way in? What's our reason here? Because I also don't want to be rejected in front of my wife.
Right. That is the key thing.
There's stakes here. It mattered. I didn't want to be humiliated. We just taken a cab up here.
It's not cute not to get in.
It's so out of character for us to try to do something like this, that to go up and to summon our courage and put our best foot forward only to be told, no, you can't come in, and then get another cab and now we're farther from home would probably be the final nail in the coffin of us ever trying to do something like this again.
Mm-hmm.
So we come up, and I'm like, by the way, this used to be something that I was good at, and I'm not proud when I say that. But convincing Doorman to let us in
Mm-hmm.
was something that I was,
Sweet
smooth.
talking.
I was smoothish at.
Mhm.
We get up there, and he's like, "Do you have a reservation?" Instantly, not a great start.
Not a good start.
It's a bar.
Mhm.
Said, "No, we don't have a reservation. We just had an early dinner. My wife and I were hoping we might come in for a drink. We've heard great things." I'm sorry.
Mm.
We're at capacity. Sorry, guys. Another night. Make a reservation.
Mm.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. I guess that's fine. Is there another night? She starts to say, like, is there another night of the week where it'd be easier? They're like, yeah, just, bullshit. And I am so ashamed
Mm.
of what I did next.
Ooh, did you juice him?
I said, would it help to know that I'm friends with Nicholas Braun?
Well done.
I name dropped cousin Greg from Succession. The second I said that, the other doorman, who was clearly the one really running the show, goes, "You know Nick?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Prove it."
Oh my god.
Oh, you pulled up the DM.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Oh my god, dude.
By the way, now there are like 5 or 6 other people in the line,
I'm stressed.
and they let one of those couple in
Mhm.
without
Even
asking.
Yeah.
So immediately
this
one,
is the game.
they're not at capacity. It is a question of worth. And there's a way in. But I have my back against the wall. Because all I have between me
DM.
and cousin Greg are like 10 DMs. But for the
That's
record,
solid.
Nicholas Braun DM'd me.
So at least you have that.
I have him DMing me saying he loved the traffic video, the stopping of the shoulder, and being like, "This is so funny." I can't remember exactly, whatever. And we went back and forth a little bit after that. You may recall it ended with me asking him if he wanted to
I was
come
thinking
over
that. I was
to our
wondering if
apartment,
you like
and him being
deleted
like,
that
"I'm in
message and showed
fucking
the rest.
London or
Yeah.
Oslo or some shit."
Oh, he replied?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, he didn't John Mayer me. John Mayer is gone. He is gone from my
He
world.
played you.
I think he is fundamentally gone from
You
my
guys
world.
had one wild night together.
We sure did.
and he
We
didn't
sure.
text you
I
back.
flew a little too close to the sun and forgot that my body was actually a wonderland. And here we are. So
Well done.
Nicholas Braun, cousin Greg, he goes, "You know Nick?" And I said, "A little." I said, "Yeah," or so, I don't know. Maybe
Did you
I
say
said,
a little?
I don't know what I said. I said,
Yeah.
I said, yeah. I said, yeah. I know him. And he goes, "Prove it." And I go, "Okay. He go. Oh no, I think he didn't say prove it. He said, have him text AP. This
Okay.
guy's name. Because have him text AP at Jackson Bond, and you'll be all set. And I was like, okay, cool. So I pull out my phone, and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna DM Nicholas Braun, who I haven't spoken to in months and months, and we don't know each other at all, and just be like, hey, dude. So I DM him. I'm like, hey, man, total Hail Mary here, but my wife and I are trying to get into Jackson Bond. Any chance you can text AP and let him know? And then they're letting these other people in, and then I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for a response. And the guy goes, matter of fact, I'll just text him. What's your name? And I go, do you mind if I text him first? And he goes, sure, fine. And then like 10 seconds go by, I'm fucking around on my phone. And he goes, you know what? I'm not going to make you do all that. I'm not going to watch you do all that. Just come on in.
Nice, dude.
And he let us in.
Nice.
And then I deleted the DMs that
Nice.
I had sent to Dusty
Fucking
Greg
go.
before I hope
Let's
he could see
fucking
them.
go.
Good move.
Wow, dude, the lesson there, one of the key negotiation tactics in all negotiating is just wearing the other side down.
I
dude.
guess that's what it is.
That's top, one of the top ways to do it.
I
Well
guess
done.
that's what it is. And dude, we
That
went
was bold.
inside and we ordered some drinks. And let me tell you something. This place was awesome. It was so cool. It was a place that if it had been around in my 20s, I would have wanted to be
You made
there
it hard.
every fucking Saturday.
So what was it like? Was it like a bottle service place? Or
No,
was it-
no.
just
It's
like
a lounge. There was a pool table in it,
yeah.
and it was a nice pool table.
This seems like the next step of that, like you can't get in here type of place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but dude, keep in mind, it was 8 p.m. on a
Crazy.
Friday. This was not 11 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how late this place rolls, but, you know, you'd have to think, me and my wife, who, well-dressed, youngish New York City couple, why were we having a hard time getting in there?
Right.
But even so, we go in, it's 80% women
Mm.
in there, all of whom are having like bullshit dinner. There's no real, the food is like,
Oh, it's like an Acme situation, maybe, where
Yeah.
like that's the trick to get in. You make a dinner reservation.
yeah, but they're also sitting at like the tiniest tables,
Mm.
cramped around. They're not having a nice dinner. They just did it to go there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure the food is not great.
They're very tiny plates.
Yeah,
Tuna bikini.
Small plates.
just
Jack's
tiny
meatball skewers.
bullshit dinner.
So okay. So it's not dinner. It's not really a dinner spot.
No, but it's all girls being, there who want to be there. And a lot of them are posted up at the bar, just standing at the bar with one elbow on the bar, having their cocktails, to the degree that we couldn't even get in to order a drink.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to just part the sea a little.
Mhm.
And I haven't done this in a while. I haven't been in a place that crowded,
Really?
fought for air.
Why are the stakes high? This is your free time, and somehow you're fighting for your life in there. you know?
Exactly. And also, there was so much room. I say it was crowded. It was crowded at the bar, but there was plenty of room for them to let. They were not at capacity, obviously. But we hung our coats up on little hooks under the bar, and I had a backpack, which was probably not in my favor.
Mm,
That's not a good look. In fact, I was trying to almost hide it behind
Yeah.
my back.
why'd you have it?
I had worked out before dinner,
And okay.
and I needed to bring workout clothes
So you left the office, went to the gym, then went to meet at dinner.
because we had a 5:45
Got
reservation.
it. Got it.
And I hang up my backpack, I hang up our coats, I order our drinks, and fast forward to when we're leaving, both of our coats have been knocked off and are on the floor. They're wet
Ah,
from people stepping on them,
ah.
right? And tough to get a drink, tough to hear each other. We did our own little tour. The artwork was cool. They had 90s hip hop photography, sort of street art that was cool. They have another back room, which was like a little more private, which I thought would be cool to actually, because it was quieter. And then the pool table was cool. But, we were there for half an hour, and I remember just being like, okay, what are we doing here?
Mm.
Do we feel better because we're here? Was this a notch on our belt? Does this lift us up societally?
I mean, but is it even about that though? Like, you know what I mean?
I tried wondering
Did
if
you have that actual conversation, or were you just
a
thinking
little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. We had it of like, wouldn't we rather be home watching The Crown?
Right.
What have we proven to ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
What is our fun social thing now? It's hanging with friends. It's having dinners. It's, otherwise this scene of all these people who I assume, and this is very cynical, who I assume the purpose of being here is being in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, oh, the music's excellent.
Mm.
We're going to dance. We're going to meet cool people. Play pool. Enjoy the food. None of those things. It's simply to know we were here. That's where we were. Everyone else says this place is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yada, yada. And that didn't matter to us as much, at which point the mysticism faded away, and we were left with a loud, crowded, uncomfortable venue where we were just people watching, and we didn't give a fuck after 10 minutes.
Mhm.
And we were like, fuck it, let's go home.
Yeah, fair.
And I walked out, and you could just tell the guy was like, just like I thought. They don't get it.
Really?
Because we were only there for 25 minutes. I bet you, I could tell the doorman was like, yeah, I figured you guys wouldn't last.
To me, it's like a baller move to only go in for a second. Just grab one drink and leave. You know, if you shut the place down, that's like a more of a fucking, oh, dude, well, next time I come back, I'll... Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your name
You
again?
gonna be here tomorrow?
Can I get your number?
Yeah, let me get your number.
But yeah, that was the deal. And I didn't feel good about the way that I'd gotten in. I didn't feel good that I had to fucking
Yeah. You were almost humiliated.
It was so
Yeah, that
tense
should've-
and stressful, and I just,
Yeah.
I don't want to even get famous to the level where that doesn't happen.
Well, because you won't even want to go. Like, what,
I don't want
real
that.
famous people don't want to be there.
Being
Surround
famous
all
is
these like wannabes.
yeah, it's cool when you're 24.
No, but dude, but still, like those kind of like places, like, you know what I mean? Those people at those kind of places are, if you're a famous person, you won't. Everyone's gonna be staring at you
Yeah.
and fucking, you know what I mean?
But I think some
Acting like
people-
they don't care, but they care so
I
much.
think some people get
whack.
off to that. I saw a guy come in, and he was, short guy. And I don't normally, whatever, but he was wearing like a leather coat, and he gave this long, prolonged hug with a cheek kiss to one of the hostesses.
Yeah.
Went to the part of the bar where the bartenders were exiting, that open gap,
Mhm.
and like dapped up the bartender and ordered his own drink without having to deal with the line.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
Cool, dude.
you're the man, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I remember, like, I've always been bad at cultivating that kind of relationship with, like, the guy who works at the place. It's just, like, such a disingenuous thing that, like, I never was really in a spot where I was good at it. But I remember one time, like, randomly, I was in LA for a little bit, and I happened to be outside of a place, like, that I was at. It was, like, a dinner spot. But some guy comes out, and I start talking to him, and he ends up, like, being the guy who's the gatekeeper at, like, all the best spots.
Oh, wow.
So he's like, dude, anytime you want to come to any of these places, just pull up. And I was like, okay. And then I like tried a couple days later and like got into the sickest place, huge line, like whatever. And I was going back to New York and I was like, damn, it's such a shame that I'm about to like waste this the only time I've happened to have it.
Yeah.
Because like those things require maintaining it.
Yes.
You need to go
You
semi-regularly.
got to keep your face up. You got to be, yeah. You got to keep
was like,
reminding them of your name and all that bullshit.
And I was also past the point where I cared about it. Because like
Right.
like you said, when I was younger, like that was so valuable.
It mattered.
You're single, like, oh, like we don't know what to do. If you are the guy who's like, guys, you know what? Let's just, and then
Yeah.
you could be like, them, those two,
Yeah.
and then her too.
Yeah.
Her too. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. I
Yeah,
got us.
Yeah, that's it.
You
All
can
right, thanks,
cab
bro. Yeah,
over.
thanks, bro.
People
Yeah,
are like worrying about being near you so they don't get left in the dust.
dude.
Yeah, and then you get in, and it's a place where the gender balance is fair. It's at least 50-50. If you're a single guy in New York and you don't have something like that, your only other option are going to like Murray Hill bars or places where it just smells like farts and it's 9 dudes to 1 chick, and you're like,
Dude, the other thing too about those kind of
Sucks.
places, the cool thing to do once you're there is to act like it sucks.
yeah.
Yo, this place sucks. Dude.
Yeah. It's not what it used to be.
It sucks, dude.
You
Can
got a new
believe-
DJ, man.
Dude, it's so lame. It's like, damn, bro. Bunch of
Sometimes-
caught up people.
Dude, sometimes I'll go by old nightclub not loungy places that I used to go to, and I see that the doorman is the same guy,
I know.
and I'm like, my God.
Like, remember that the guy who was the actor who worked at all those places? He was in The Wrestler. He was this guy. I'm going to show you a picture of him, and you're going to be like, oh, that guy. I wonder if that guy's still around. I suspect he still is. Do you know
Ron
what I'm talking
Killings?
about? What?
Is it Ron Killings?
No. I'm going to show Francis a picture.
Dude, there was a guy named Ty who was the door guy at
No.
Southside for many years. That was the place that a lot of people cared
I,
about.
I remember. I had definitely
Benny
spent some
was
time
another guy.
there.
Benny's the guy who
The guy from the spot with the beer.
where the beer was
Yeah.
thrown at my car.
know
And he's
him.
just bounced around all these different places.
Bro, this guy.
Yeah, I've seen that guy.
This guy.
I know that guy.
That guy's the guy.
Yeah. Then there was the gay guy who was really short and wore like fur coats, who was the doorman at Electric Room. I don't know if you ever went to that.
I did go to Electric Room, but
Yeah.
not like
You
regularly.
show the photo to the
I
camera.
don't want to give this guy.
Oh, okay.
This guy will get off knowing that people were doing this about him. I don't want him.
Okay.
I don't want him to have that.
Well, let me ask you this. Should we have a throwback day or night where we go to a fucking nightclub? And I'm not talking about Marquee. I'm saying
whatever the good spot is. now.
should we get the wags together, get the boys together, and go do a Lavo brunch or a PhD sunset party and just bottle service ourselves?
Whatever the like thing to be doing now is, because I don't want to be in the like twilight years of what once was.
No,
Now it's
I
just all
know.
fucking finance bros only.
Yeah. But I think if we're with our wags, it's okay.
I'm open to it. I'm open to it.
As a celebration, or would we just get there, be 20 minutes in, and just be like, this is corny as hell?
I think the Hill Dog would like that. I think that is something that I'm open to.
She
do.
would?
Yeah, she would. She loves the idea of like a throwback club banger night.
Club banger night.
Her friends actually planned to have one the other night, and it ended up like not working out. But they had like reserved bottle service. Like
Wow.
they were doing it. So
Club banger night.
I think we could talk. her
Night
into
where
it.
we dance.
Yeah,
Get
sounds
home
fun.
late.
Yeah.
We're going to get home late, dude.
I'm down, dude.
We're going to have to figure something out about the dogs.
You're gonna have to figure something out.
I mean, they're going to
When
be
her mom's in town.
concerned.
All right, dude. Before we wrap this up here, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to bring this up, and I keep forgetting to. It's a question about phone protocol.
Mm.
When you call someone, okay, so here are the examples. If I call you, say that you weren't expecting my call. It's somebody who I have to say who I am. You might know from the call ID, but I'm like, hey, it's Giulio Gallerati. Is it supposed to go like this? Hey, it's Giulio Gallerati. How are you? Because then I feel like that question prompts you to now answer how you are, which you don't need to. You know what I mean? And it's also like, okay, or should it be like this? Hey, it's Giulio Gallerati. Pause. Oh, hey, Giulio. Hey, how are you? I'm good. Does that give a better vibe to the phone call than, hey, it's Giulio
Yeah,
Gallerati?
dude, yes. What? Who talks like the first guy?
Dude,
What old gangster rum runner?
dude, they do, though.
Hey, it's Julia Gallerati. How are you?
Okay, bro, if I'm calling
Who is that?
if I'm calling the movers and they're expecting my call, hey, Alfonso. I think that was the guy's actual name. Oh, hey, Alfonso. It's Giulio Gallerati. How are you?
Oh, I don't mind that. That's actually not as bad.
Hey, Alfonso. It's Giulio Gallerati. Oh, hey, Giulio. How are you? I'm good, Alfonso. How you doing?
Yeah, he might not get that. You might be helping. You might be making life easier by getting the how are you in there immediately.
But then is there pressure to answer? Like, should I then be waiting for him to reply? Or should I be like, hey, it's Giulio Gallerati. Want to check in about the move?
Dude, ooh.
Hey, Giulio Gallerati. How are you? Anyway, why would I ask how are you if
Yeah,
it was
you don't need
rhetorically?
small talk with the mover. You just don't. It's not even rude. It's just that I don't think they want to waste their time. These are people whose entire lives are built around efficiency. In and out.
In any, okay, say it's mover,
me-
non-mover, any situation where you'd be doing that. Because, okay, that may be true to the movers. But in any, like, dealing like
Well,
that.
that's why, yeah, I mean, that's where that's where it is different, because that if you're talking about calling a friend or I don't know, and if you called me and you were like, hey, Francis, it's Giulio Gallerati, how are you?
That's insane.
I'd be like, who what?
It can't be somebody that you're calling regularly, I guess. That has to be. Another funny thing to say is you take out the it's. Hey, Francis, Giulio Gallerati.
That's cool. That is cool.
Needs to be a comma there. It's
That's
confusing.
insane.
Francis, Giulio.
That's
how
a
are
fun
ya?
thing, too, when you like, shake hands with people, Giulio Gallerati. Just state your name, Francis Ellis. Sideways handshake.
I like that.
That's cool.
I forget a lot of the time when I meet people to tell them my name, which I fear comes off very arrogant.
Like, in what scenario? Like,
Hey, I'm Francis. No, sorry. They
Hey, what's
say,
up?
hey,
what's up? I'm John.
it's great to meet you. Thanks.
Oh,
great to
you
meet
don't
John.
even-
I just say that and I forget I'm Francis. It's great to meet you.
If it's just a random person.
Yeah, a new person.
Hmm.
And then they'll say, what's your name? And I'm like,
Oh yeah, missed the opportunity there.
fuck me,
Yeah.
dude. What am I doing? Why would I not think
Francis.
he needs to know my name? That's what makes the whole introduction mutual. Otherwise, I'm just an asshole assuming he probably knows my name, or maybe that's how it comes off. I
So
don't
it's good to have a couple drinks in you, pal.
know. Yeah, we should get back to that.
Hey, Francis, Julia Gallerati, how are you? Listen, I was thinking we'd take the old wags out to
to a
Bagatelle
club.
on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Eat some dog shit scrambled egg excuse for food. Then it's like, all right, who's ready for champagne? What? That doesn't typically follow my egg scramble.
That's
Sh-
a funny drink.
Champagne and then 14 vodka cranberries.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Throw a Red Bull in there and then switch to Coronas. Okay. I'm
That's-
not going to
dude.
feel good later.
Yeah, seriously. The Peter Fowler joke, bro. This is one of my favorite things he does. He does the like old person phone call where they talk really loud.
Yeah.
Hey, Julio, it's Peter. Can you hear me? It's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
I recommend that.
That's
one.
how we talk. That's you talk at the nightclub? Is that what
No,
made
no.
you think of that?
When he calls me, I don't know what made me think of
Oh,
it.
I see.
Julio, it's Peter. Can you hear me? Yeah, how's it going?
Pretty good. Peter Fowler.
Peter Fowler.
Facts with Ryan. Facts with Ryan. No denying. Facts with Ryan.
So there are 35 Bob's stores. The first store opened in 1954 in Middleton, Connecticut.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
the
one you
OG
went to?
one on Main Street.
It's the OG.
Wow.
OG Bob's.
That's it.
OG Bob's.
That's the first one, huh?
Yeah.
What'd you think
Very,
of that?
very vague fact. Do your research on this. We can't confidently give you this information. You can fully believe us. But the fatality rate via heart attack used to be as high as 50%. However, more than 90% of people survive heart attacks today.
Wow.
That's good to
All
know.
right, so then I won't book that doctor's appointment.
And then, although 65% of people in the United States say they've received CPR training at some point in their lives, only 18% of people are up to date on their training. What is up to date? Certification is only valid for 1 year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So it looks like none of us are fit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
forget
then
it.
you mentioned John Mayer. I just have to say that the John Mayer Lil Yachty petition has a huge amount of signers and signatures so far. We are at a whopping 62 to get the two artists to collaborate. So if you want to ruin Francis's life, sign the petition and let's make the dream happen.
Fuck that.
Chris showed me a clip like Playboy Cardi performed recently, and like Playboy Cardi already is like screeching kind of, but he's like dialed it up to another level. He's just going up there going, ah. I can't even do it. And Chris texted me. He goes, if Francis watched this, he would just die.
Yeah. I'd get mad.
No, yeah, he doesn't.
Dude, yeah,
perform
it's.
one
I don't even
way.
know if I like it, to
I
be
wouldn't
honest.
like
It might
that.
be too much. I do like Playboy Cardi though.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. We
Cool.
love you guys.
Thanks,
Goodbye.
guys. All right.
all
Where
right.
can we find you performing?
That's it. I'm in Providence, Rhode Island, 14th, 15th of
Nice.
April. Then I'm at Helium in Philly, the 18th of April, and at the Yonkers Comedy Club, 27th to the 29th of April. Tickets at julio.com. Adding some more dates over there. The old Better Late Than Never tour. Would love to see you there. Francis, what about you?
That's sweet, man. Let's see here. I'm in Chicago, guys. Tickets are running very low for that, by the way. Zany's Rosemont, March 24th and 25th. Then we're on to Austin, and then Dallas, and then Buffalo, San Francisco, Charlestown, West Virginia with Lil Sass, also in San Francisco with Lil Sass. Tickets for all that, Hero We Need Tour, francisellis.com. Thank you, guys. That's Hoops the Podcast. We'll see you soon.